Hello everyone. This video is brought to you by Newton's Group of Institutions. This is Arvind Egreddy from Department of CSC. In this video, we will discuss about software architecture. So here, software architecture typically refers to the bigger structure of the software system, and it deals with how multiple software processes cooperate to carry out their task. Here, software design refers to the smallest structures and it deals with the internal design of a single software process. By regularly following these videos, you can gain a sound knowledge of the concepts of software architecture and will be in a position to choose and follow the right model for a given software project. So the concept behind making these videos is for all software professionals, architects, senior system design engineers, and student graduates and managers of the architecture team. From this figure, which is being taken from a system description for a underwater acoustic simulation, which purports to describe the system top level architecture and precisely the kind of diagram most often displayed to help and explain the architecture. From this figure, exactly what we can tell is there are three of the elements. One is prop loss model MODP, reverse model MODR, and noise model MODN. These might have more in common with each other than with the fourth control process CP, because they are positioned next to each other. And all of these elements apparently have some sort of relationship with each other since the diagram is fully connected. Now my question is this an architecture? What can we tell from this particular diagram? So can we say what is the nature of the elements? What is the significance in their separation? Do they run on separate processors or do they run on a separate times? Or do the elements consist of processors, programs, or both? And what are the responsibilities of these elements? And what is that they do? What is their functions in the system? What is the significance of these connections? Do these connections means that the elements communicate with each other, control each other, send data to each other, or use each other, invoke each other, synchronize with each other? So here, what is the mechanism for communication and what information flow across the mechanism and whatever they may be? So now my question is, what is the significance in this particular layout? So why is this CP on a separate level? Does this call all the three elements and are the other not allowed to call it? So from all these questions, we can understand that this particular diagram does not show a software architecture. So now let us define what does a software architecture constitute. So here the architecture of a software system describes its major components, their relationships, structures, and how they interact with each other. So here, software architecture and design include several contributory factors such as business strategy, quality attributes, human dynamics, design, and IT environment. So we can segregate the software architecture and design into two distinct phases. One is software architecture and the other one is software design. So in architecture, non-functional decisions are cached and separated by functional requirements, and in design phase, functional requirements are accomplished. Now, let us see what is software architecture. So, software architecture serves as a blueprint for a system, and it provides an abstraction to manage the system complexity and establish a communication and coordination mechanism among these components. So here, it defines a structural solution to meet all the technical and operational requirements while optimizing the common quality attributes like performance and security. And further, It involves a set of significant decisions about the organization related to the software development, and each of these decisions can have a consideration or considerable impact on the quality, maintainability, performance, and the overall success of the final product. And here these decisions consist of selection of structural elements and their interfaces by which the system is composed, or behavior as specified in collaboration among these elements, or composition of these structural and behavioral elements into large subsystem, or architecture design that align with the business objective and architecture style that guide the organization. So here software design, what I mean by software design is it provides a design plan that describes the elements of the system. So here how they fit and work together to fill the requirements of the system are to be also need to be considered. So the objective of having a design is to negotiate the system requirements and to set expectations to the customers, and this also acts as a blueprint during the development process. So we can say that the software design is a guide for implementation of tasks by including the detailed design, coding, integration, and testing. Now coming to the goals of architecture. So here the primary goal of the architecture is to identify the requirements that affect the structure of the application. So a well-laid architecture reduces the business risk associated with building a technical solution and build a bridge between the business and technical requirements. So here we have some of the goals which expose the structure of the system but hide its implementation, realize all the use case and scenarios, try to address the requirements of various stakeholders, handle both functional and quality requirements, reduce the goals of ownership and improve the organization market position, and improve quality and functions offered by the system. Now coming to the limitations of the architecture, we know that software architecture is still an emerging discipline with software engineering due to lack of tools and standardized ways to represent the architecture, and due to lack of analysis methods to predict whether the architecture will result in an implementation that meets the requirement, or due to the lack of awareness of the importance of architecture design in the software, and due to the lack of understanding of the role of the architecture and poor communication among the stakeholders, and due to the lack of understanding of the design process, design experience, and evaluation of design. That's all for now. Thank you all. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for the latest notifications.